I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how far-fetched it might appear to be. But here's what I know, that that dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another sit down here at Legacy White Podcast. Today we got Mark Pinaula, man, just coming off his fight, So thank you, man, for coming on and willing to share your story, man. But like, thank you for coming on after your fight. I know that's taxing. It takes a lot, and we were supposed to do this a long time ago, about like a week or two ago. But I wanted to respect his fight camp, and I want him to be focused so that he can perform to his best. And I know how that is because we're always in a cycle of training and getting into a groove where we can't like deviate from that. So totally understand. But brother, thank you for so much, man. I miss you too, man. Man, I've been waiting. I've been waiting so long for this interview, man.
Thank you for having me, bro. I'm excited.
So, brother, just tell everybody, tell the whole viewers, like, where you from? Where you from? What village you repping? That's always usually like where everyone wants to know what village you repping and stuff like that. So, go ahead and introduce yourself.
All right, my name is Marquis Pinaula. I'm originally from Guam, Sinahani, Guam. Yeah, and I moved to Alabama. That's where I live now. So yeah.
Nice. And brother, I know, bro. We have a lot of place to start, man. Like, but one thing the viewers need to know is that me and Mark, we kind of grew up together, same village, same schools. I mean, until like Mark kind of moved to like Dodea, because your mom was an AGR, so you went to military high school, but still stay connected through wrestling and stuff. Brother, let's start with like childhood, man, growing up, because I remember walking home from school all the time with you, Shanette, you know what I mean, Gabby, I mean, just the whole fam bam, you know what I mean? Like, I remember, we always had that one walk, and then you guys would peel off left and I'll go straight, you know what I mean? So let's start with childhood, man. How was your childhood?
Dude, my childhood was good. It was fun. I had all my cousins around me, so we always had stuff to do, and just roaming the village, being dumb, riding bicycles, chasing chickens, all of that, dude. Just being kids.
For sure.
Yeah.
How was how was your blended family? Like, how was that life? Like with what was his name? Bill, right? With
Yeah.
Bill, right? How was your blended family like growing up?
Oh, like stepdad stuff.
Yeah.
It was good. I mean, I did whatever I want. Like he never told me no, whatever. Yeah. Other than that, he was a good guy to me. Yeah.
Was your childhood like a normal childhood, where like riding bikes in the village and just like hanging out with friends? Because I know we used to hang out at Uncle Bone's house. You know what I mean? Like that was the spot. You know what I mean? Like we just hung out there. We used to play with canyons, and Uncle Bones would just make us like spar in the back.
Yeah, my childhood was fun. It was fun, man. I miss it a lot. It's just things change as you get older.
So how was middle school for you?
Middle school was a little bit of the same stuff, but I just got more like hard headed. Started getting into fights more. I mean, I first started fighting in like elementary, but yeah, that's when middle school I started like staying out all hours of the night and just being a menace around the village.
So how was like fighting, right? Did you? Because I know at one point, you came to me and Chris, and I know you were training, and then you came to come train, and you're doing super. You were doing super well. Yeah, you were doing super well. You know what I mean? Like I just remember you came to the gym and you were doing super good. Like, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, like you just haven't came back. Like, you like explain that period of time.
That was already in high school. I was a sophomore, I believe. No, I was a junior, I think. And that's when I went back to Dode, I remember, and then I stopped training.
Yeah.
Did wrestling, and then that's when I got reunited again with you and Chris. But yeah, I stopped training like that as soon as I went to Dode. But then I don't know if you remember, I started doing undergrounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I wasn't really training. I was just like back here training at the time.
It's crazy, man. I would have thought, man, like if you would have stayed with me and Chris, like you probably would have been a black belt up like right now.
Yeah, I know. I always tell my friends that, dude. But
like you would have been like, cause like you had like so much like dogs around, and you would have been a black belt. And and right now, but it's never too late, right? Like I see what you're doing now with your jujitsu, and we're gonna get into that, especially with your fighting. So that period, you went back to Dodea, then you got into wrestling, we reconnected again, doing underground fights.
Yeah.
And then what kind of happened after high school?
This was actually during high school. I started doing dumb stuff, like getting caught up with the law, started doing drugs and partying, that all that stuff. And then I started doing drugs, and I kind of lost focus of what I wanted to do, which was fight when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then I didn't even think about fighting no more. I just thought about doing drugs, all these girls, and it felt good and stuff.
Was that like how was that period of time, man? Because I know we lost like big connection, like I rarely saw you. The only time
Remember
I
the
saw
last time we saw each other?
the last time I saw you was at your house.
No, it was after that. Kmart.
Yes. I
Yeah.
remember, yes. Kmark was the last time I saw you.
But
Like
yeah,
like what was that period of time like? Like, you know what I mean? Because those were dark times, you know what I mean? And I was kind of shocked when I saw you at Kmart because I didn't recognize you, man. Like,
I was bad. At that point, I was already shooting up meth, dude. I already gone past smoking it. I was like, I want this high to be everything. So I started shooting it up, and it totally like changed my life and like my perspective. I like hurt a lot of people. I did a lot of stuff, and it was like a really dark time. That's when I went to prison for like a year at that time. Then when I got out,
I remember because I think your grandma bailed you out, right? Or like she was your third.
third party. That was the
Yeah,
first time. That was the
that was
first
the
time.
first time.
That was 2012 when I got in that motorcycle chase.
Yeah. Because I was I remember running into your mom,
Mhm.
and it was me and Chris, and your mom was like, boy, please, can you talk to Mark? Please,
Yeah,
please talk to Mark. I know he looks up to your brother and you, and like, can you please talk to Mark?
yeah.
And bro, I swear to God, brother, like me and Chris looked at each other like we didn't know how to get a hold of you, bro. Like,
Dude, nobody could tell me nothing at the time, bro. I wasn't even like, that wasn't me. I
yeah,
wasn't,
man. And I was like, when I found out, man, and I saw the whole thing go down, I was really like disappointed. Me and Chris were like really disappointed because we're like, we see you as a brother, you know what I mean? And we see you as family, and we're like, damn, man, like why this guy just like come to us? But also too, it's kind of our fault too, I should have reached out. We should have reached out to you more, and kind of pulled you to our crowd. You know what I
but
mean?
yeah, but like I said, I was already in that mode, and nobody could tell me nothing. Like, if I said the sky was yellow, it was yellow. Like
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I take full responsibility for it. Like I had a brain of my own. Nobody could tell me to do whatever. I did it
So
all.
how did you like, get out of that mindset? Break away, like kind of like where was the pivot point of like, dude, I can't do this anymore. Like this is not
When I
where it's at.
when I moved to Alabama,
Was that
that was 2000. When I moved here, it was like 2022, I believe, the beginning.
yeah, yeah.
I just left Colorado, just packed whatever I could in my car and drove straight here.
So when you moved from Guam to Colorado, it was kind of like the same lifestyle,
Yeah,
same
'cause drugs are cheaper.
fast pace. And how was life here in Colorado?
Man, I mean, I was with my family, but like I would hardly see them because I would just be in my car on the road. Like I had a place to stay. It just as soon as the drugs were cheaper, I just would go find a source, get high, and just stay in my car and go like car wash. I'll never check in with my family, and I'll just be on the road and like park in a parking lot all hours of the night, getting high. Just man, it was like really dark, bro. It was just I like distanced myself from everybody.
Was that life when you moved to Colorado? Was that like your way of saying like, I'm gonna try a second chance? Was that giving yourself a second chance?
That was my second chance. Leaving was my second chance, but I didn't. At first, I started off good, and then I took a detour. As soon as I got my car, I got my car. That was it. And then I didn't end it. I didn't want to change until I got to Alabama when I drove here. Little story was I got here, and me and my dad got into it. We bumped heads when I got here, and then he kicked me out of the sheriffs came and took me out of the house. And from there, I had nowhere to go. I was like, man, where am I gonna go at? All I got is my car and whatever I have in my car. So I started staying in motels, and if I couldn't afford a motel, like my mom would give me a motel for like a couple of days, and if I couldn't afford it, if she couldn't afford to pay for one, I'll sleep in my car.
So then, let's back it up because I know because I never seen you with your dad. You know what I mean? Because all I seen you is like either you're at your grandma's house or you're at your mom's house. And then Bill was in the picture at one point. That didn't work out. I seen the whole split with like Gabby, her sisters like somewhere else, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I talked to Gabby when I went to Wise Owl for my dog.
Yeah.
So I ran into Gabby there and I got to chop it up with her. And then you and your sister, your mom, you guys just went totally another way. You know what I mean? So I can see you bumping head with your dad because like he wasn't there. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're your own man. You raised your own self. So,
Yeah.
and then you were raised on the island and I'm starting to see that because I reconnected with my dad.
Yeah.
And
The customs
I
are
can see
different.
yes, very different. You know, and I'm very like, you know, like I'm a grown man. You're not gonna tell
Yeah.
me like because you weren't there. You know what I mean? You weren't there to raise me. You know, I have a lot of mad respect for my dad, but like I can like how was that first interaction when you first like because I know your mom is back with your dad, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So how was your interaction when you first got to Alabama to meet your dad? Like, hey,
And
I'm here.
I didn't actually just meet him then. I met him when he came to Colorado for my nephew's birthday.
Okay.
But we bonded, we bonded, and then I was still kind of on drugs when I got here. So my attitude and my like, I was still like far from myself. So like, I feel like I overreacted, and it's his house. So I can't really. I had no place to like raise my voice and.
Did you ever like speak to him in a way where you're like trying to get it off your chest? Like, dude, you weren't there for me. Like,
Yeah, I kind of don't really remember what was said, but it was like basically I think I told him like you're not my dad or something like that. But damn well he is. But it was something like that. I really don't remember because I tried so hard to forget about it, and like me and his relationship is really good now. I see him every weekend.
yeah, how did you guys rekindle that relationship?
And this was just recently, like probably like in the last like almost a year is when I started like I swallowed my pride and we started talking. And then he invited me over and then I'll go over and we'll watch football and just chill. And I'm not a football guy,
Yeah,
but
same
I
here.
want to bond with my
I
dad.
don't watch football either.
I wanted to bond with my dad.
Yeah,
Because I'm getting older, dude, and I didn't have him for like my whole life. So I was like, I want to start watching football with him, hang out with him, starting to like football a little bit. Yeah.
that's good, man. And do you feel like a difference in that realm of forgiveness?
Yeah, because it's not just about forgiving like them; it's for yourself. Like
Facts.
if you forgive somebody and they don't accept it, that's on them. It's
Man, I totally agree.
yeah, that's
So
what it is.
what is your how is the dynamic with like your mom now too? Dude, because
No,
you put your mom through the ringer, man.
yeah, I don't know how, dude. I don't know how she's still here for me, bro. My mom loves me unconditionally, bro, and I'm grateful for that, man. I'm really grateful. Like she supports me now. She's really happy I changed. How I found God and all of that. So, like, I always feel so bad that I put her through all of that.
Yeah.
I'm like, man,
Cause that's all
I don't know.
yeah, cause that's all she tried to do, man. Like I always seen her like grinding at the guard, and she just like saying, I'm gonna retire soon. But she did everything possible to help anybody out, especially me and Chris. Like if I needed a paperwork signed from like the adjutant general, she on it. Like I never had to wait. And that she always checked up on me and Chris when we saw her around the guard base and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But that's good, man. I'm glad you rekindled everything with your mom and dad, and your. I'm glad they're together.
Yeah, yeah. To
I'm
be
glad
honest
they're together.
to be honest, at first it was weird. At first it
Yeah,
was weird. I didn't know how to like it was really happening. But I'm glad they're together.
yeah,
It
that's
was a long
good.
time for me. Yeah, yeah.
So you moved from Colorado. Colorado was kind of like the same thing in Guam, just a lot cheaper.
Yeah, do you walk to or you go to like the gas station and you see somebody like nodding at you, that's where you know where to get drugs from. So
Yeah,
that's how I was doing it and stuff.
trust me, bro. I stay here now, so I go down Colfax, bro.
Yeah.
I know, you know what I mean. So what was the transition to Alabama? What was
Dude,
that?
okay.
What
I'll
was
tell
that
you.
like after your dad's house?
Okay, after I like got kicked out, I was in okay, here's how the day I quit drugs. I'll tell you the day I quit drugs.
Yes, that
I
pivot
was in
point.
I was in this motel, and from what I learned back in Guam, like how to make meth and stuff, whatever, I try to do it here. And I was in the motel room with everything, try to make it. The room was all like smell like chemicals and smoke coming out of my room, right? And like the meth didn't turn out good, so I like sat down on my bed, and I was like, I don't want to do this no more. I just literally cause like when I looked outside the door, I saw cops passing by going to like this place next door. And I'm like, oh my God, my room's smoking out and it smells like chemicals. If they come here, they're going to know what's going on. So like they parked at this building next door. So I closed the door and I was just like in the chemicals, like just praying. Like at the time I believed in God, but I didn't like have faith, but I was just praying to God, like, man, please let me get through this. And then like the morning hit and I was just laying down on my bed and I was like, man, I don't want to do this no more. And then from there, I was telling myself, what do I want to do with my life? What do I want to do? Like, I thought about it. I was like, man, since I was a kid, I wanted to train, I wanted to fight. So that day I quit. I threw away all that stuff to make the meth, right? Threw it in the dumpster. And then from there, I went and applied to my brother-in-law's job. I got the job and I started working, doing HVAC. For the first time, I didn't even know how to do nothing. They taught me everything. And my first paycheck I used it instead of buying a hotel room, like to sleep in, because I was homeless. I was sleeping in my car. That I didn't have enough money for another motel. So I ended up paying for a gym membership to train instead of getting me a hotel room or whatever. So I started training, sleeping in my car, eating French fries from like 2 days before because I didn't have money to, buy food.
Yeah.
And my mom would help me every time whenever she could. And then I started training. And then my sister ended up getting a house and I ended up moving in with her. After a couple months of me being homeless a little bit, hopping from motels to motels, my sister got a place so I can have a place to stay with them. And then the lease was up. I ended up going on my own again because they're living farther than where I was going to train at.
Yeah.
Where I work, because my brother-in-law wasn't working with me no more. He was doing his own thing. So they're moving farther than where I work and where I train. So I was like, man, I'd rather live in my car because I want to train. I want to chase this dream that I'm after now that I quit, And then started staying in my car again, training. Then I met my roommates now. We were training at the same gym and they invited me to live with them. So I started living with them for I didn't have to pay rent for like 6 months maybe.
Wow, dude.
So yeah, they gave me a room to stay in, bed, everything. I came there with just a backpack and clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, that's inspirational, man. That really, dude. You know what I mean? I'm glad yeah, I know one thing about you. You don't like handouts. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
because
like
I
to,
feel like I owe them. I feel like if I feel like if you give me a handout, I feel like I owe you forever.
yeah, we're all
That's
the
just
same
how
way,
it is.
dude. Like a lot of people don't understand our culture. Like, if you do like one of my friends, man, he did a service for me and I gave him some cash and he's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, no, dude, no. Like,
Right? You got
I've never gone that over my head, So I understand where you come from, man. Like that's cool, man, that you were able to find a gym, and what gym do you train at now? Is it
I
still the
left
same gym?
I left that gym because they kicked out my best friend
What
for
happened
cross
to
training
that?
for cross training, and then they kicked me out without warning. Like they just canceled my account and everything. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to another gym. So he went to Cobra first, where he was cross training at. But I ended up started training there. This Cobra gym is the one near my house. It's not the one I train at full time now.
Okay.
They're both the same gym name, but owned by different people.
So they kicked out your buddy. Why did they kick out your buddy?
Because he was coaching wrestling at the Cobra Chelsea gym, where he's at now.
Was he getting paid for that?
No, they don't that
No,
gym.
like was he
I don't even want to name
sorry. Let me reverse. Was he getting, like, he was training them, but he was able to train there?
Yeah,
That's a service. That's a service for a
basically,
service, Like
yeah. So they didn't
I
want.
I actually explained that on my last podcast. Like if I train somewhere and then I train at another gym and they're paying me, that's a service.
Yeah,
It's not
no, but
loyalty.
he wasn't getting paid. But like, okay, here's how it was. Like, he was just training there, like on the weekends, like not really teaching wrestling. We were just rolling there,
That's
basically.
fine.
Yeah, but the other gym that we were at, they didn't
Mhm.
allow it. You can cross train there, but you cannot cross train anywhere else. Basically, like if I had a friend that trained at Cobra, he can come cross train at that other gym, but we can't go anywhere else to train. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna even name the gym because they don't deserve to be.
Yeah, publicized.
Yeah.
That's not a good mentality to have, man. Like,
And the reason why I also left was because I was training there thinking that I was gonna get fights. I would
mhm.
always compete jiu-jitsu, win gold medals for them and stuff, And I got on their team, their fight team. And from one of the fighters told me that I was never gonna get a fight. I was just a body. Basically just for them to beat up on. Yeah,
Whoa.
man, it hurt
I'm
my
sorry,
feelings,
bro. That guy's trying to get his job tested. Dog.
right? Dude. Like, I'm just here to like lose brain cells for your fighters.
Wow, bro. That's not a gym that's like built on honors, built on clicks, bro. Like that's not cool.
Yeah.
Well, so then you switched over because your buddy got kicked out. They canceled your membership. Then you switched over to this new school. And how you doing in this new school?
Okay, when I transferred over to Cobra, Chelsea, I ended up moving from or switching gym. I was competing under them for a while too, and then I switched over to Tuscaloosa, the one I'm at right now. They're both Cobra gyms, different areas, and this one has an MMA team.
Okay.
So I moved where I needed to, where I belonged, because I didn't. I was the only fighter in that other gym.
Yeah, no, you need
I wasn't
grinders.
getting I wasn't getting the the reps that I needed.
Yeah, I talk about that, bro. It's like for me, right, the gym I train at, there's only 3 black belts. It's me and then 2 others. So we train. I help cover down on classes. You know, my kids go to the classes there. I train there with the boys over there too. But then I go to another gym for competition training because that's where I need to get my training in. Not with the people that don't compete full time. So I go to another gym to get that. You know what I mean? And like I don't know, as a black belt, bro, like as I said, as long I always tell this to everyone, as long as I'm paying for a service, there's nothing you can tell me.
Yeah, but
You know, if
no,
I
they're
go,
not in the gym I was out there. Like, if you're paying, we tell you what to do. You know what I mean? It's like, no, you
yeah,
didn't.
no, dude, that sounds very clicky. Yeah, yeah, like a cultist thing, but it just sounds very clicky, man, to a point where it's like like that sounds like Guam in 2008. You know what I mean? Like I trained at UX, but I can't
Yeah,
go train at Purebred. And it was like that. It was just like that. You were allowed to cross train. You know what I mean? Like they're more lax on it now in Guam about cross training and stuff. They don't really care. But here when I came here to the States, bro, and I start to understand that like cross training, everyone does
you
it,
need
bro.
it. You need it.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. The teacher has to be the student sometimes, and then
Mhm.
the gym I go to, I'm a student.
Yeah.
I'm not a teacher. I'm not teaching anything. You know, I'm a student. I'm growing with whoever I'm rolling with, you know. And then,
Yeah.
I transition back
Yeah.
to becoming a teacher after that. You know, I train and teach with the kids.
Yeah. And like what made me change to the other Cobra was because in Tuscaloosa was because my first few fights, like I said, I wasn't getting the reps I needed, sparring and stuff. And I was just going based off talent. I was like, yeah, I don't need to spar, blah, blah. I'm like, I'll just take my talent. I know how to fight.
Yeah.
And then it only got me so far. Like, yeah, it only got me so far. So ever since I switched gyms, yeah, I lost fights, but I saw my improvement from my first fight to this recent one. Improvement is, you see it like everything. Like my first one, I just went hard in the paint, just run in and just start throwing.
Brother, if you're very like I seen how fights you turn out, bro. Like I said, I have some connections down in San Diego, bro, to get you the feeders into Bellator.
Yeah. No, I know a lady too. She was trying to be my manager. She can get me fights down in California, but like the manager I got now, I don't pay her. So I don't
Brother,
have the
you
money
don't
to pay
need
that. No, I'm
brother,
saying I
you
don't
don't
have.
need brother, you don't need to pay me. I just tell you, I'll put you on the fight card. You show up over there. There's Justin Cruz is the one that owns a gym in San Diego, and all his fighters at Aries, they all fight. That's where Josh Tenorio came from, and a lot of Baby Joe came from. Like, bro, you'll fit in there, bro. Like, you don't have to live there. You can just go there, train. I can work out room and board for you and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
we can figure it out, bro. Like if that's the route you want to go, and like I said, I have a lot of friends over there, bro, that would love to bring you under the ring and give you those fights, and hopefully you get into Bellator.
Yeah, that'd be nice. But dude, like my team, man, I love my team that I'm with now, bro. It's like because they're
But
the
that's what
ones
I'm
who give
saying.
me.
If you do it, that's what I'm saying. If you do it, they all win. Everyone wins. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We gotta win. If you
No, I'm
win,
saying
they all
like
win.
my training partners, like right now, like they're basically the way I performed this weekend was the way is because of them, and that's when I started training. Like I had two, like when I started training full time with Cobra and Tuscaloosa, I had two fights to pull out, so I didn't get to like showcase what I had until last week. I'm like, this is the reason why they pushed me so hard at the gym. These
Yeah.
like the people I train with, they're like, I'm like the lightest guy there. I only walk around 135,
Dang.
and they're all like 160 and up. And I go
Yeah.
with all of them, I spar with all of them. They push the pace on me. They'll take me down, lay on me, try to make me get up. So like when I end up fighting this dude, I put the pace on him because and I wasn't even tired of this. It just came natural. I'm like now I realize why my teammates were pushing me so hard. Because now that
Yeah.
I'm in the cage, like I'm pushing this dude so hard, and he can't even handle it, until he
Yeah.
won, but it's whatever.
So then, what is your you moved to this new gym, doing really well. Did you now your personal life for your job, did you move jobs or did you kind of stay with the same company?
No, I quit my job, dude. I quit my job like in July
Dang.
because
So now you're just full-time training?
yeah, I train like twice a week, but
Twice a week.
but I drive far. That's why. So I don't
Okay.
have the money for gas, and so I gotta pick, and I go on the sparring days.
Okay. So what do you do? What do you do for work?
Nothing. I just chill,
Just chilling?
just chill, dude. Just
And
chill.
that's not bad, bro. It's not bad. Chilling's good.
But I like this weekend, last month, I got my certification to drive a skid steer. And then this week, I got to do my certification to drive a bulldozer and excavator. So that's what I've been doing in between.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just working on certification so that when you apply, you're
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
profitable to get a job in those industries.
Yeah. So that's
That's cool, man.
what I've been working on. I wasn't just like I said, chilling, but I was just joking. Yeah.
So what is after this fight? How was you're really satisfied with your performance?
Super.
Dude, I saw when you knocked him down. I thought it was done.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of time to recover, and it is what it is. I don't know why. It felt like I didn't know what I was doing with the jujitsu aspect because lately I haven't been training jujitsu. I just been training striking. So I
Oh
kind of
man, you gotta
forgot.
go back, bro.
I forgot about like what I started with.
Yeah.
Like there's no way he would have like subbed me like that if I just got overzealous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was like, oh, he's down, man. Like what surprised me was he's a striker. And I put down strikers, you know what I mean? I'm not even like I strike now, but I wasn't always a striker.
But
Like
you were
that.
down. I mean, when they first like round one, like you were down to bang with him. Like he
Yeah,
looked scared, right? When you stood up with him, he looked like, whoa, this
dude.
guy. I better be
Yeah,
careful.
yeah. Because like that's what I'm doing. All fights start on the feet. You know what I
I
mean?
saw it though. I saw it. Like once you hit him, he was like, ooh, ooh.
Yeah,
I better be careful. Like
yeah.
I'm gonna get myself in a dangerous position.
Dude, no, when I first hit him, that was only the second punch I threw.
Dang.
Yeah, and like when it hit him, he like looked like he was sitting in a chair on his way down.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, dude, it's done. Like it's done. And I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
and then he
what
got a chance
happened?
to recover. I should have let him stand back up. Should have, because then
Yeah.
he would have been out. I would have knocked him out after that, But I got overzealous. I was like, I wanted the belt, But it is what it is.
So what is your? Are you gonna? Do you see yourself like fighting him again?
As an amateur, I don't think they'll let us fight again. But I can talk to the promoter and just be like, let the champion defend his belt. Or I want to message the promoter and be like, who do I gotta beat up to get another chance at that
Yeah,
belt?
dude. That's the
I don't want him to lose his belt right away. Just let me just like work my way.
build the anticipation.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's good, man. Like, man, I seen all your jujitsu like videos. You're rolling well. Freaking your MMA games gotten really good.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you're doing certifications and stuff like that. So how was it moving in with your sister?
It was good. Like she didn't bother me. I just did my own thing too. Like yeah, so it was good. I liked it.
Didn't bother you for nothing?
No.
No.
I wasn't really paying rent that much. I think I was only like $20.
That's bad. That's
It's
really
not
good,
bad.
bro. That's not bad at all, bro. That's not bad at all. That's like really saving money, and stuff.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the boys, man. The boys that took you in. How did that come to be?
Which one?
The boys that invited you to stay with them. Like, how did that
Oh, my
come to
roommate?
be? Yeah, your roommates.
Yeah, no, like we used to hang out a lot. I mean, right now we don't really hang out as much because he coaches wrestling at the high school. And like so he's always gone. Like all day he's coaching, he's gone, and then after that he's training at the gym, And me, I'm just at home, he's at home, and then I go train somewhere else, train at in Tuscaloosa. So we hardly like kind of like see each other. You know what I mean?
Dang.
But I love it. Like we like if we want to chill, we chill. Stuff like that. They don't bother me. I don't really bother them. I
That's
love
good,
it.
man. So what is the future look for you, man? Like now that you're in Alabama, you're doing great. Like what is your next big moves that you're trying to make, future wise?
I'm just waiting for my fiance to be done with basic training.
Dang, fiance.
Yeah,
Getting married? Who you getting married to?
Her name's Narissa.
Narissa. From Guam?
Yeah, she's from Guam. Solace.
Lewis and Elijah's niece.
No, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's cool, dude. How
Yeah,
long
she's
you
in
guys
basic
been?
training.
How long you guys been?
Since March.
That's good, bro. So she
Yeah.
gets done with basic training.
Then she's coming. Okay, she's coming here in December 19th. I gotta pick her up from the airport.
Okay.
Yeah,
So then
she's leaving
after
January 3rd.
so after AIT, when she's done with schooling, are you gonna move? You're gonna move it wherever she moves.
Yeah, that was the like the bet we made. Like, wherever she goes, I'm gonna have to go.
That's good, bro. And you know what I mean? Like now that and I hope that, like now you're closer with God, you
Hmm.
can get her closer with God,
No, yeah,
you
she is.
know.
She is. She has a Bible. She prays. She's
But
real. But
putting into practice
hmm
is
yeah,
rough because like me and my wife, bro, like we just we put into practice all the time, bro. And like everything I have here, everything I've accomplished in my military career, in my personal career in jujitsu, like everything just been like done through God, man. You know what I mean? Like once I gave my life and fully committed, dude, like I just seen doors just open up all the time. I have no worries about anything, bro. I just kind of just chilling, and I that's cool, bro. I'm glad that you found a good woman, a good woman. You know what I mean?
God's gonna be our foundation in our relationship.
Because you, brother,
Yeah,
the women you attract, they go crazy.
yeah,
They,
dude, or it makes me go crazy. Bro. Do you
yeah,
remember?
yeah,
You
yeah,
remember in 2017? Like this was like after. Oh no, before the party we had at my house. 2017 when I hung myself.
yeah, yeah.
That was another dark time. That was that
I
when
remember
like
that.
I
Yeah,
remember to question. That's when I used to question like what was God's purpose for me. Like I said, I've always believed in God. I just didn't have faith like that, and
yeah,
it always made me wonder like what was His purpose for me, And like all the stuff I went through, like Him just like saving me, keeping me alive for what? That's what I was thinking, like for what?
yeah, dude. Because you could have, bro. You could have
Dude,
easily
I was
got mixed.
pretty much dead. I pissed myself and everything. They cut me down and then they brought me to the ICU. And I woke up in the ICU like, oh my
I
God, what?
I remember I remember that because all I remember it was me. Who was I with? It was me and Mark. I was with Mark Delgado, and I ran into Shanette, and then Shanette was like, "Do you know what happened?" I was like, "What happened, dude? Mark tried to take his life." I was like, "What?
Dude,
What?"
I didn't even know I did that. That's how I know like the demons were in my head, bro. Like they're just
I was like, I told Chanel, I was like, dude, for real? I was like, what? And then I called your mom. Then your mom's like, yeah, like, boy, I don't know what's going on. Like, I was like,
yeah, dude,
bro.
that was a
And
crazy
you know, it's
time.
crazy, bro. Like that, and then, bro, like you could have laced yourself with fentanyl or something that like dirty. Like you could have,
Especially when I got to Colorado and I was just still doing shooting. Yeah, I was shooting up like yeah, I'll buy a whole pack of syringes, a whole box, and it's like probably like 13 in each pack, and there's like 5 packs. I'll finish that in one day. Just getting high and just
and all it just took is that it could have took that one laced, that one dirty one, and then that's it.
that's it, bro. That's why I feel like God has a plan for me, and I feel like I know what it is.
And I believe that, bro. I believe God does have a plan for you, bro. You've been through the ringer, bro. Like even if your relationship, if your relationship's like hard, I know you're gonna be like, dude, I've done worse than this. Like this
Yeah,
is easy,
yeah.
And that's wild, bro. Like, so you're gonna be moving. You'll be moving soon.
Wherever she they put her next. But I'm hoping it's not like somewhere
It'll
overseas
be
because
it'll be
if it
funny.
is, then
Well, it'll be funny if she's oh, you're gonna be at Fort Carson, Colorado.
I'll be dope.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'll be dope. Because even her god sister's there too. Shauna,
Shauna. Yeah, 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 Shauna. She's here. I saw I ran into her and her husband
that'll
at
be
the because
dope.
I work on Fort Carson.
Okay,
Yeah, so I ran into both of them. That's crazy, dude. Like, yeah, if you get stationed, if you get to come here, that'll
that'll be
be
dope.
that'll be nice. Get to train. You know what I mean? That'll be fun. I can actually help you.
Myself because I took like as long as I find a good gym with good MMA program, I'll keep chasing this fighting dream. I feel like God wanted me to train right now so that I can like praise His name. Either when I win or lose, it's just to keep me occupied until I have a family of my own and with my fiance. She has kids and they love me just they love me as a dad, and I feel like I wanna like teach them about the gospel and stuff. I think that's what it is. Just keep me out of trouble till I can have my foundation with my family.
Yeah, no, I agree, man, and that's good, bro. Like you're thinking more not in the now, you're thinking more in the future of how you're gonna set yourself up for the foundation of life, And that's the biggest thing we could possibly do, bro, is just like kind of think about what we're doing in life and then move ourselves in a way that we need to be moved. And sometimes I wonder too, like, because I used to have freaking bad like anger issues, and it was like, like why can't I control it? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just like, what's wrong with me? And then it just like clicks sometimes where it's like, no, I need to chill. You know what I mean? So wherever you move to, you're gonna move there, do what you gotta do, start your family, still continue your MMA career. What does that mean for your like your mom and your sisters? Have you reunited with like your sisters and your siblings? Like have
Like
you
me
like
moving away.
no not move away, but have you like contacted them and see how they're doing and
Like my sisters or my mom.
both your sisters and your mom?
Like I said, I see my mom every weekend.
That's good.
Yeah.
How
I'm
about
gonna see her
your
tomorrow
sister?
because, or I'm gonna see her Wednesday because I'm gonna stay over at their house from Wednesday to Sunday because I got to do those courses.
Nice. So how
Yeah.
about your sisters? Like have you
My older sister, I see her pretty much every weekend too. My older,
that's good.
yeah, I see her. And then Kiana, I don't really talk to Kiana as much. Or like Shanette, me and Shanette will talk every now and then. But yeah, they should be doing okay.
You
You
wouldn't
know?
know, right? Because it's like everyone's doing their own thing.
Yeah, yeah. And
That's
I'm just in
good.
my own. I'm in my own world, bro.
And there's nothing wrong with that, bro. Like being in your own world, bro, and doing what you're doing. I always tell people like if you can find peace by yourself, you can
Yeah,
find peace in anything else, And
yeah,
I've learned that through when my mom passed away, and I was okay by myself. There was nothing that like can stop me. The only thing that I felt joy in is like going to jujitsu. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
that's like, oh, I'm here, let's go. The weight of the world just kind of went away.
yeah,
So family's good. You rekindled your relationship with your dad. You see your mom every weekend. That's really really good because I know your mom always likes to see how you're doing and check up
yeah.
on you, make sure you're okay and you're good. Check up on your siblings and stuff like that. Bro, that's a lot, bro. You're going through a lot, dude. You're like going through like I'm not saying the coasting, but you still have a mountain to climb when
Going through the motions right now.
yeah, when your fiance is done with basic training and AIT, you're gonna still have that mountain to climb, and raising kids that are not yours. You understand how it is because you were once on the receiving end being raised by another man, and you're just like, dude, I wish this guy just loved me the way he loved, the other kids.
But this is different because I talk to them a lot, and I like before she left basic, like I'll always be on the phone with them 24/7, like because time difference, but I'll be on the phone with them for hours and just nonstop, bro. I love them, dude, and they love me, so it's
And that's really good, man, and I'm proud of you, bro, for that. So, brother, what is your advice to someone that's dealing with drug addiction and that's in a dark hole right now? What is one advice you can give them?
yeah. I would say seek God and open up the Bible and read the Gospels, and because drugs is evil. It just opens up darkness in people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I didn't have nobody, like, to be honest, I had nobody to tell me that drugs is bad. Can you please stop doing it? They were just letting me do my thing. They weren't saying, can you please quit? They were just letting me do my thing because nobody, like I said, nobody could tell me nothing.
Yeah.
But it would have been nice to hear, can you please quit? But I never once heard that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't, I had to learn it the hard way. And for people that like I try to tell them and they're still doing it, it makes me frustrated to tell them because I know what it's like. And I'm trying to like spare you the fall. But sometimes they gotta fall and hit the bottom before they can climb back up. And that's what I had to do. And I was at the end of my rope when that day I quit. I hit rock bottom. Read the gospel, find Jesus and let him in your life.
So, like for our people at home, brother, what is some ways people in Guam that is stuck in this cycle of doing bad? Like, what is your advice to them?
And honestly, like I said, find Jesus. Like, I see how bad it is there, and it's old, bro. It's the same old stuff. Like it's a never ending cycle. You just gotta either like find new friends and find God, and
I mean,
think about
bro,
what you want to do in the future. Do you want to be known by everybody as that druggie? That's the thing. I didn't want to be known as a druggie anymore.
that's crazy you mention how bad it is, bro. Cause like we seen our freaking our uncles and aunties freaking smoke that, bro. And
Yeah,
then we seen the generations of our cousins smoke it.
like
And
especially
then we
now
see
nowadays, I'll see some people getting sober that I know, and I'm so happy for them. Like I'm like, thank you, bro. Like thank you, because you don't know how crazy you look, and I know how crazy I look. You know,
yeah,
like dude,
facts.
it's just like a blessing seeing them quit. And I have a lot of friends on Facebook where like just like last year I seen them like posting of them like high and stuff, and then now I see them, they're like, I haven't seen them for a while.
They put on good weight.
They put on weight. I'm just like, whoa, you quit? Oh, and they got jobs. I'm like, I'm super happy for them. You know,
That's
it's a
good,
good
bro.
feeling.
Well, brother, I really appreciate you coming on here, sharing your story, man. And
I hope you got everything.
dude, it really it hits home, bro. It hits home that I know that you're doing great, and it hits home that I'm happy to see you thriving in this new light that you have, man. And you're glowing, bro. When I see your fights and I watch your jujitsu, bro. You're glowing, bro. I'm super happy, bro, to see you grow and progress. I know we can't hang out a lot, because what I mean, differences and stuff like that. But what I mean, I'm gonna make it a point, probably when they have the Denver Open. I'm gonna pay for your ticket and you come over here and come do IBJJF tournament. If I have to sign
Yeah.
your paper for you to come and compete, I'll sign it, bro.
Yeah.
But brother, dude, I'm just so happy and I'm so blessed, bro, that you're able to wake up. You woke up and now you're seeing everything for what it is, and you're thriving out. You're thriving out here, and I know that 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I know you're gonna build your family and you're gonna have your kids in jujitsu or fighting, and I know you're gonna be that role model that they need in their life. You know what I mean? But
For sure.
brother, thank you so much, and I really appreciate you, man. And I hope, and God blesses you with everything in his might, bro, to give you the strength to overcome anything.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me, bro. I miss you.
I know, dude, miss you too.